I got my clown nose today. It arrived. It arrived in the mail. What did the chimpanzee? No, what did the clown say to the chimpanzee? Quit messing around and help me juggle these bananas. I want to read to you the clown's prayer one of these days. I really like the clown's prayer. I wish I could memorize the whole thing. It pinches my nose. I can't breathe. I could breathe now if I held it like this. I took a hole puncher and made some holes so I could breathe through it, but it still pinches. It pinches my nose closed. It whistles too when I breathe in. I think that's what I should do is just do this more. I don't have to cut it. I could just, it's going to need to be worked in. I think that'll help if I just, yeah, that way when I put it on. Oh, it's helping already. It's important to be able to breathe through your nose. Clown nose, send in the clowns. I want to bring back clowning. I want to bring it back. It's enough of this scary clown BS. Scary clowns? There's never been. Clowns were honored, and yeah, clowns, being a clown was, clowns were loved. There we go. That's what I need to do. Just pinch it, pinch it. So all I have to do is slide it on. That's all I need. All I need is my clown nose, and I can begin. Begin with the grin. I could begin with the grin. Yeah, that's what I should do. I'm sitting here talking to you. Just 67. My brother was talking about 67. There was a classroom. All the kids started saying 67. That's a meme. Thank you for the 67. Now if I could just get some likes. Eddie's Funhouse needs to expand. No, it's 6'7". Oh, okay, 6'7". Isn't that a jersey number? Like the meme. 6'7". There we go. That fits a whole lot better. This costed me $3. That's what I'll do. Yeah, I got to work it in. My nose is bigger than I think the regular clown. There we go. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Stop monkeying around. I like your shirt. Thank you. I wish I could see the people watching me. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Eddie's Funhouse will one day be a household name like Coca-Cola and Chevron gas. Hi, how are you? I like your smiley faces. Oh, yes. I'm going to start collecting noses. That's what I should do. I could make a collection of noses. Today's Saturday. Hot like button. I should bring these with me when I go to Kroger and I let my mom go shopping. I turn my mom loose onto Kroger. Maybe I could do some entertaining. I could bring a bag of tricks. Man, I haven't seen you in a min Ed show. I'm doing all right. How are you? Yeah, it has been a little while. Adventure. You used to know my real name. Man, it's been that long. Your real name. Yeah, I did know your real name. It has been a while. It's like my memory erases itself. What's up? Willkommen. Wie geht's? How does that Valkyrie go? I love the smell of napalm in the morning. It smells like victory. Family Guy. That's right. Hello, Brian. Hello, Brian. That's right. I never forget a face. I got my clown nose today. I special ordered it. Poppy. We love you, Eddie. That's right, Brian. This one's smaller than my other one. This is my red nose. There we go. This hides my face. I'm so excited today. Are those flowers? Pick Cull Juice Justice. Hello and welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. Q&A sticker. Any director or author you want to talk to, if possible. I think author and director. I was a big fan of Quentin Tarantino. He came out with some pretty good movies. And that guy who did Planet Terror and Cabin Fever. I kind of like movies like that. I like independent films. Hello, Bert. Hey, Bert. So what are we going to do today? I think I'm going to burn another incense. I think I'll eat some Skittles. That's what I can do for entertainment purposes. I can burp. I can burp on demand. That sounds like a Nickelodeon burp. Nickelodeon. There's something about this nose. There's something about this nose. It's unusually large. It has a 3D effect. It's almost like you can reach out and touch it. It looks kind of obscene. This is PG. Parental guidance. You need your parents to guide you. I'm working on Beer Friday. I got to get me a beer. I like Coors. My heart doctor says I shouldn't drink beer. I hear from more doctors that alcohol is just poison. It's poison. 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 All the food is poison. All the food is poison. Have you seen that skit? It was a Tim and Eric skit. Skit, not scat. All the food is poison. All the food is poison. I also like hamburgers and hot dogs too. I want to have a barbecue. Bang, bang, cops and robbers. Bang, bang, robbers and cops. Bang, bang, rob that bank, put them in jail. I want to go on a horse and buggy ride. That's what I should do. They say dazzle them with brilliance and baffle them with bullshit. And that's what this show is all about. Dazzle them with brilliance and baffle them with bullshit. This is a PG-13. PG, should I raise it to PG-13 since I say the S word? I say the S word, but not the N word. The N word is now or no. Now and no. Just a matter of a W. This one's shiny. Look at that. There's a gloss. There's a gloss to this clown nose. Clown nose. KNOWS. So where are all my people? Donde está mi people? Maybe they ran to tell everybody that I'm live. Hey, let's go tell everybody. You want to see a coin trick? It's been a while. Remember me? I remember all my youngsters, all these youngsters. I could tell when it's a youngster because they always ask that question. Remember me? Dazzle them with brilliance. I think that was the W.C. Fields saying. W.C. Fields. Get away, kid. You bother me. say W.C. Fields he was reading the Bible. He was caught reading the Bible, and he said, "I'm looking for a loophole." I like famous quotes. Groucho Marx said, I refuse to join a club that would have me as a member," or something like that. It's me, Spice Girl. All right. Welcome to the party. Welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. I'm wearing the shirt people like without sweating into it. It's me again. I think I'll have a Tic Tac. I deserve a Tic Tac today. Welcome back to Eddie's Funhouse. Hello, it's been a while. Someone left the cake out in the rain, and I'll never have that recipe again. Oh no. It took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. Andy Kaufman sang that. He recited that song. For those who remember Andy Kaufman, if you're rude, he'll read you The Great Gatsby. I used to watch her lives all the time when I was 9, but now I'm 11. Hi, Eddie. How's it going? Yes, it has been a while. I'm having Tic Tacs. I'm having a Tic Tac. Tick tock, tic tac, tic tac. Have a Tic Tac. Let's see, I played my kazoo. That's from Superman, the old Christopher Reeve Superman. What flat? What color? What color? I meant to say. My microphone is not working. Oh, you have a dictation, so you don't have to type. I'm a happy boy. A happy boy. How are you feeling about Thanksgiving coming up? I'm thinking about all the turkey and ham. We're going to be meeting at my brother's house. There's going to be a meeting in the ladies' room. Be back real soon. There's a meeting in the ladies' room. This might be too tight. This is a quality kazoo. It doesn't vibrate like it used to. Maybe I need to turn it around. I wonder why they don't sell the replacement. I guess it's supposed to last forever. Forever and ever and ever. I made somebody laugh today. As soon as I go celebrate Thanksgiving, I'm eating the pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. I think it's in backwards now. I got to make that sound. I'm a happy boy. Way to get when things are going your way. Hey, hey. I wish I could play songs on this show without getting caught. That's closer. I think if you do it at a higher frequency or higher, yeah, it vibrates more. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. That's a song of hope. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Brother, I sit like an owl at night. Sit like, woo, woo. I hear owls out here. I hear owls because there's a wooded area behind our house. And I can hear that. It's been a while since I've heard any owls. Yeah. I wish I could go out and record an owl. I think they're those huge, bigger owls. Ask Mr. Owl. What was that? Yeah. I have that whole commercial memorized. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of the Tootsie Pop? Ask Mr. Owl. And Mr. Owl says, let's find out. 1, 2, 3. And then he bites into it. 3. He couldn't wait to get to the Tootsie Roll center of the Tootsie Pop. And then there was that song, Lollipop, Lollipop, oh, lolly, lolly, lollipop. Boom, boom, boom. Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, la. See if I could play songs. I could make it, I have to go. Goodbye. Nice shirt design. Thank you. Sir, talk about this deep depression, talk about depression. Funny you should ask that. I was watching a video of a woman who had smiling depression. They say that is the worst kind of depression to have. Am I reading that right? DIPRESS. Depression. Talk about depression. Talk about depression. Wow. I don't think it's something to be laughed at. I believe it's a chemical imbalance. Need more dopamine. They use electroshock therapy for that, and also chemicals. If people don't take their depression medication, they get that chemical imbalance. And it's amazing what happens to the human body when there are chemical imbalances. And then sometimes we we dwell. It's what we dwell on. Oh, my foot is purple. That shouldn't be. That shouldn't be happening. My feet should not be a purple color. Could be because I'm sitting. There's 0 people right now. I've been doing this for 26 minutes. I think my windows, my blinds should be open so I can look outside, but I'm not sure how much daylight there is left. It is almost 4, it's 4:14, 1600 hours, 1614. Something is wrong. Oh yeah, wait. Today is not the 5th. Something is wrong with something is wrong with my watch. It's not. I had it set on the 5th. I guess the chat has stopped. I think I'm shifting into my other personality. I wonder how many personalities I have. Personality walk, a personality talk, personality smile, personality. I miss those songs that I almost never hear. At Dairy Queen, they play songs from the 50s and 60s. Love Potion number 9, that's one of them. What are you hoping for to celebrate in the holidays? I'm hoping for good news. I think good news is always welcome. Good news and blessings and prosperity instead of government shutdowns. It's all fun and games until the government shuts down. Everybody's having a great time until the government shuts down. Oh, wow. I feel a little upset that I had to leave behind so many things when I moved. When I moved from California, I had so many things that I had collected over the years. Things that I'll probably never see again. I'm wearing my blessed bracelet to remind me that I am blessed. There we go. It's a sparkly little bracelet. There we go. It's backwards. It probably won't be backwards when you see it. Eddie, long time no see. You still have the cool shirt. Yep. I've not thrown it away yet. This shirt's only a few months old. I think I did get it this year. Sometime earlier this year. It's a bit small on me, but nobody said anything. Sometimes people do get smaller shirts. So you don't have to tuck them in. You don't tuck these shirts in. It looks stupid. It makes you look stupid. So I guess Beavis and Butthead have come back to MTV. Been wearing the same suits for 3 years. My family said I will grow into them. And I did. We need humor. That's why I have my clown nose. I want to get one of those clown wigs, the one that's bald around the top that really sticks out on the sides. I want to look the part. If I want to be a clown, I got to look the part. Remember me? You must be about 9 years old. Some of my youngsters, some of the younger crowd, the younger visitors to Eddie's Funhouse, they always say, "Remember me?" There we go. It doesn't hurt as much anymore. I need to keep doing that. Keep pushing, keep crushing, crush your head. Wasn't that Kids in the Hall? Yeah, Kids in the Hall used to go, crush, crush, crush your head. Crush your head. I need to bring Bobo back onto the scene. You aren't a clown, Eddie, more or a comedian. A comedian. Well, you said it, not me. Comedian. I've always wanted to be a comedian. I have my moments. Sometimes I make my mom laugh. Sometimes I make my brother laugh. Sometimes I make myself laugh. One comedian said that it's important to make yourself laugh. That way you know you're on a roll. When you laugh about something, we need that. It's called comic relief. There's too much anxiety and worry. That's what clowning is all about. Nobody talks about clowning anymore. It's always like Pennywise or John Wayne Gacy or, all these others. Clowns from Outer Space, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's a good movie. I think it's free on YouTube right now. Killer Clowns and Insane Clown Posse. They talk about killer clowns. Anyways, we need the funny clowns. Send in the clowns. Clowns are scary and probably outdated. I don't know. I like to bring back clowning. Clowning used to mean you would make fun of authority. You would make fun of the establishment and just get people to forget about their problems. I guess that's what I like to do. Maybe I'm a self-proclaimed clown. Curious question. How do you get confident with how you show your true personality? By showing your true personality. And just watch people react. I sometimes watch people react when I show my true personality. That's how you know who your friends are. Your friends will hang around. They say a friend will let you know when you're being silly. A real friend will join you. That touched me. That touched me right here. A friend will tell you when you're being silly. A real friend will join you. I just be myself. Don't think twice. That's right. If it's a crime to be yourself, it shouldn't be a crime to be yourself. If they don't like me, I don't care. I will find someone. That's right. You got to find, how do they say that? Those who mind don't matter. Those who matter don't mind. It's the high IQ people, the people who have a sense of humor. They say that's a sign of a high IQ. Sign of intelligence is having a sense of humor and also being open-minded. Also talking to yourself. Talking to yourself is a sign of intelligence. And curiosity. Curiosity is a sign of intelligence. I like You know what? I don't think people recognize intelligence. Like Einstein, when he was in school, his parents, not his parents, his teachers had a lot of bad things to say about him. Even if you were the most lovable person ever, some people will still, yeah, because they're jealous. Jealousy is an ugly thing. Oh, I talk to myself. Good. You know, that's a sign of intelligence. Because it's how your brain is wired, I think. I do that because I am the only one who understands me. So yeah, just talking to yourself. Once in a while, do that. I debate with myself a lot. Yeah. Because you know what? It's hard to soar like an eagle when you're surrounded by turkeys. Sometimes I'm just surrounded by turkeys. I'm surrounded by idiots. That used to be a real term when they did the IQ test. Idiot, dummy, moron, imbecile. Those are actual terms depending on how high you scored. I talk to myself because I need an expert's opinion. That's right. I need an expert's opinion. And you know what? You take yourself seriously. It's hard when no one takes you seriously, when you're underappreciated. That's not good. I don't like it when I'm underappreciated. Sometimes I say, wow, that was a pretty smart thing I did. Or, yeah, that's a good idea. You know, sometimes you have to say that to yourself. Neville Goddard talks about that, your self-talk. And also believe what you're saying to yourself. Like, I'm smart. I figure stuff out. I notice patterns. That's another thing. When you notice patterns, you can be yourself around everyone but friends, and friends are for that, for being. What is yourself though? What is yourself though? It is like weird to find. Yeah. That Kaidu. I've learned about hypnosis quite a bit about hypnosis. One induction is the confusion induction. When you just start talking nonsense, the brain is looking for a pattern, and you can easily pop into a different pattern. Somebody can, like if you confuse somebody, you can start giving them instructions. I remember him. Was my favorite thing to watch when I was 6. Good old days. That's right. Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. What I can do is tell my mother that I'm doing a live stream, and she could watch the live stream from her phone. I need to do that. Say, hey, here's how you join a live stream. Sometimes she just likes to watch her shows, you know. I got to respect that. I need to practice more. I'm out of practice. Is that Scrooge McDuck? Which state are you from? I'm from California in the United States. Eddie, it's weird. All my friends are turning 18, and I am the last person to be 18. That's interesting. I wonder if that's a sign of intelligence. When you're not in your age group, when you hang around with people who are older than you, that might be a sign of intelligence. You're not out there with the younger crowd. You're seeking companionship with people older than you are. Yes. I missed you. I'm glad that you're here. All the way from across the pond. They say that, across the pond. My brother's been to the UK a couple of times on business. He's ridden the train. He's told me some fun stories. But yeah, seeing all the history there. All my friends died in the 1700s. Yeah. It's amazing how fast we age. All the people that I know, like the guys from the Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club was made when I was in high school, and they're all in their 50s now. Across the pond. Indeed. What is Halloween is over with already. I was dressed as Shaun from Shaun of the Dead. It's amazing how people haven't seen Shaun of the Dead. It's like, what rock are you under? You haven't seen Shaun of the Dead? Sometimes I heard making connections as time goes on. It's good. Making new connections. Like having the right people in your circle of friends, people who are not toxic, people who don't drag you down. It's harder to make connections when you're no longer in school. I know. Some people resort to work, at work. People get married to coworkers sometimes, or they start dating their coworkers because that's all they're doing anymore. They're working. Don't you get... I won't. I will never forget it. Yeah, don't you forget about me as you walk on by. Would you call my name? La, 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 la. That was like an anthem when I was in high school. Also, the Back to the Future. Power of love is a curious thing. Make a one man weep, another man sing. Change your heart into a little white dove. Yeah. I like Huey Lewis in the News. I want a new drug. Well, they won't spill. Well, they won't make me crash my car or come in a pill. Nah, how does one even hit on his coworker? I know they say that. Don't shit where you eat. Some people do that. You know what? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Because, people have to work so much just to make ends meet. It shouldn't be that way. People should, after lunch, everyone should just go home. Get all your work done before lunch. Get all your work done before lunch. If you have to work that hard, what I hate is hourly pay. Because what if you want to call in sick? If you want to call in sick because you just need a mental health day, you lose money. I watched the craziest video about the DeLorean man who made the Back to the Future car. He was involved in the same international drug deal, apparently. I know, it's amazing how many people, a lot of dictators had a thug history. I was watching like Joseph Stalin. He was a thug. And Mussolini. A lot of them spent time in prison. How does somebody who spent time in prison become an you figure. I guess we love bad boys. We love bad boys. Because I usually joke about everything, but I find it hard. I like stutter and eat words. Sometimes that's a confidence issue because people are like people who were bullied or people who had strict parents. That'd be interesting. There are so many things in our childhood that affect us later in life. Some people fear success. Some people fear failure. Some people fear persecution or prosecution. It only happens with girls. I noticed that. We get really shy. Yeah, girls we like. Why is that? It seems like we have no trouble with the ugly girls. We have no trouble. You know what? A lot of times, pretty girls don't get hit on as much. And I think that's why. People think that it's harder to approach women who are pretty. I hated XD. I fear both success and failure. Yeah. Well, then what do you do? Sometimes there's risk. There's risk involved. And the people who are immune to risk. Yeah, I wonder if those are the ones who succeed the most, the ones who just don't give a damn. They don't care whose toes they step on. They just want to succeed at all costs. And they just push things out of the way. They push people out of the way. They just let go of friends. Sometimes what we experience makes us who we are. Because if we fail, we don't want to do it again. Because then that's insanity, If you do something and expect a different result, pretty is perspective. I know. There's girls that I think are pretty hot, but they're not on the radar of other guys. There's a lot of girls who are on my radar, who I think I should start going after. But then when you're my age, you could get looked at as creepy if you start talking to a lady who's in her 20s, or 30s. Buddy Holly and Charlie Chaplin, they went after the younger women, but they face scrutiny or they face criticism because they like the younger ladies. I think Woody Allen, a lot of people who go after the younger ladies, they face scrutiny. Hey, welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. You've come to the right place for fun. Eddie, how do I get girls? Common. Stop keeping your secrets. We know women are fighting for you in high school. Actually, I was just the most like I didn't really fit in when I was in high school. It was my senior year when I finally started to wear a t-shirt, and just act like I was my regular self. I fantasize sometimes about going back to high school and being the joker I am now, just to make people laugh. And in clowning, I was clowning earlier. I think just being a clown, you don't have to put on makeup and wear big shoes. You can just, the art of clowning. Yes. It is a peak. I basically didn't exist in middle school. No one knew me. I wonder if that's by choice. Again, it's the fear of failure. We fear uh, being persecuted. We fear being made fun of. So we kind of just fade into the background. Eddie is by far my favorite person on the internet. All right. We need people to say that. My favorite person on the internet. I like it when other people say things, because when you toot your own horn, you say, you know what, you're just bragging. You're just quit bragging. I did exist either. I did exist either. LOL, but I'm happy that I'm happy with that now because it has made me who I am today. You know what? That's what Carl Jung said. He said, you are not what happened to you. You are who you choose to be. It's like, how empowering is that? Eddie is my second favorite person after Mark Kipper. I'm British. I might type different. Bear with me. Okay. I got a lot better. Some people do. Once they are in touch with their identity and who they are and how they connect with people, you become more popular. Because I think that's what it is. You got to get people to talk about themselves. They say that's a good thing to do. Ask questions, get to know people, and relatability. You play Overwatch, watch your drinks, cup aya. Yeah. XD, sorry, Tony. I had to do the classic jokes. I think that's what we need. You don't hear many jokes anymore. People are always talking about the government, about deployment, getting deployed to places we have no business being. Spit a joke. I was saying my British accent. Well, welcome. That's cool how we're in real time right now. So you can be in the US, you could be in the UK, you could be in the bathroom stall. I heard that happened to Gilda Radner one time. She was in the bathroom, she was in the stall, and somebody slid to her an autograph book. Mark, am I saying that right? Mark Kipler has multiplied both marks and pliers. He multiplied the market with pliers and multiplied market with pillared, and this Mark Kipler. So that's how he got his name. Give us a classic joke. What I heard today was kind of funny. What did the clown say to the chimpanzee? Stop monkeying around and help me juggle these bananas. I don't know. That made me laugh. What was another classic joke? Why don't birds wear underwear? Because there are peckers on their head. That was one we used to tell each other in high school because we were immature back then. Give us a class. I had a stroke reading that sentence. Give her as a content creator. Max was saying he likes it. What I was attempting humor. Humor. You know what? You succeed in the attempt. That's what they say about the isn't that, yeah, the Special Olympics. Do they have the Special Olympics over there? I think here they have, but their thing is, at least I succeeded in the attempt. Sometimes we have to succeed in the attempt. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I lived as I believe. No matter what they take from me, I can't take away, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all. That's Whitney Houston. She also said the devil be hitting me. Your attempt of humor came straight out of the 1700s. Thank you, sir. And thank you. It's getting hot in here. Hot. It's getting hot in here. I sometimes think I don't have to have the ceiling fan on, but I guess this room is very well insulated. It's supposed to get pretty cold tonight in the Fahrenheit. Older times were funnier. I'll have to agree with that. Because I can remember people knew what humor was. Now it's all about being offended. People are the art of being offended. It's hot wherever Eddie is. Wherever I am, the temperature goes up. I had a German friend. Whenever I made a joke, rather than laugh, he would say, "Ah, humor." Ah, humor. It's funny how everybody has a different way, or some people chuckle, some people guffaw. The guffaw. Oh, I used to get the giggles when I was young, when I was in school for no reason. I would start thinking of something that made me laugh, and I couldn't stop laughing. So there I am sitting in class, and I'm just laughing. Who is it? Emma Watson had that. The giggles. Yeah, humor. He sounds like an alien. He would say it with that German accent. Humor. I imagined it right. I see. Humor. It's like sarcasm. You ever watch Big Bang Theory? Who was that guy? One of the characters. They made a spin-off. I'm trying to remember the name of the guy. Sheldon. Yeah, Sheldon Cooper. He didn't get sarcasm. I imagined it right. I see. Yeah, exactly. Sheldon. I noticed a lot of people from Roseanne. There are people from Roseanne who were also in Big Bang Theory. One of the main characters. Sheldon Cooper. I was right. Yeah. See, we're on the same page. Great minds think alike. My nose is red now. I wonder if that's a bacterial thing. This irritates my nose. My nose irritates my nose. Like that spin-off is better. Yeah. Rosanna. Remember that? Yeah. Rosanna, yeah. Meet you far away. Rosanna, yeah. So you must have grown up in the 80s. What other songs did I like? I like Promises, Promises, do, 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 do. You never keep. How about I bless the rains down in Africa? Gonna take the time to do the things we never had. Ooh. Sure as Kilimanjaro rise above the tempest, above the Serengeti. All that brings back memories. Songs that were playing on the radio. If you say run, I'll run with you. If you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms and tremble like a flower. That's right, 1780s, when there was beheadings. They say the last beheading was in 1977. People used to gather around for that. They used to make like little earrings of guillotines. People are just gross. People can be gross. But you know what? It's nice to see somebody get what's coming to them. Imagine taking all your children for that. Yes. Oh, hey, kids, gather around. We're about to see someone lose their head. Just falls into a basket. They say the head survives. The head survives like 30 seconds. Wow, we talk about interesting things, don't we? Like a family outing. That's right. Hey, kids, we're going to watch a beheading. Get yourself a bag of popcorn and have a seat. Today we're executing a murderer. Today we're executing, oh my God. There's so many weird crimes that people are guilty of. Crimes. What exactly is a crime? Crime. They used to cut off fingers. I know in some of those Muslim countries, if you get caught stealing, you can scare children easily like that. I know. Now, kids, you better behave yourself. Otherwise, they say it sounds like you're slicing lettuce. Wow, we talk about interesting things, don't we? Being an executioner is either cool or terrible. There was an executioner's robe, executioner for the Pope. It was a red robe, and he had a big, you know what? People who were rich, they would pay extra for the executioner to sharpen their axe because they wanted it to be quick. So yeah, pay your executioner if you had a quick death. They cut off your, yes, they would. Crotch torture. I went to a museum. It's called the Torture Museum in Florida. And they had some, for people who masturbated, people who gambled, people who talked too much. The heretic fork has to be one of the worst. Yeah, it's only if you do an extreme crime. But like Muslim countries do that only in extreme context. It's not actually what the Quran, the Quran says you can't attack somebody if they don't have a shield and sword. They talk against slavery too. You can't buy a man, eat a man, eat a man. You can't buy a man, sell a man, or eat his price. But I heard they were involved in the trade, the slave trade. Eddie, what was that Johnson reference? We cut off your Johnson. I think, wasn't that back here? Yeah, that Johnson. Your Johnson. Wasn't that in Austin Powers? It looks like a Johnson. It looks like a prick or a wiener. Yeah, that was kind of funny. If they attack you first, I don't care if it's a shield or not. He was trying to kill me. That's right. Slaves were only allowed as slaves of war. That's right. And you were supposed to treat your slave like a roommate. Yeah. Shields are cool. They are. Shields. They used to be just made of wood. The Viking shields, I think the Grecian shields, the Grecian ones, I think were made of bronze. We cut off your Johnson in a German accent. I'll give you a hint. We'll cut off your Johnson. It's been a while since I have heard a German accent. Yes, it depends on where you come from in Germany. I remember there was a duck. He was a professor duck, a Disney duck. He spoke with the German accent. Shields are my favorite things. Get a job. Shields. I have a buckler. Bucklers, they say, are good for close quarters and also for punching people. Mine looks like a dragon buckler. I'll have to show it off. Maybe my next. That'll be one of my teasers. I'll show you my buckler. Okay. I'm going to turn on the fan now. I'm getting a little hot. Maybe if I have a fan, just a little oscillating fan, then I can throw shit at it. Ladies and gentlemen, when the shit hits the fan. There we go. That sounds like a soap opera. When the shit hits the fan. Like sands through the hourglass. That's just a lot of women before the big women entering into the workforce. I remember when I was a kid, a lot of women would just sit and watch soap operas all day while husband was working, while hubby was at work. They would sit and watch soap operas. I would come into the living room and I'd see, as the world turns, it's all shits and giggles until somebody giggles and shits. I said that one time and I made my brother's wife laugh. It's not every day you can make her laugh. But I said that, yeah, it's all shits and giggles until someone giggles and shits. Yeah, I think I was on a refrigerator magnet. Yeah, fun stuff. I'm glad I can cuss, you know. I love to be able to say, Eddie, I will give you a Johnson hints until you get it. I know you know. Hint 2, what that rug really tied the room together. I think, you know what? I don't get hints sometimes. Sometimes I have to have things explained to me. Johnson. Yeah, I love making people laugh. When I try, I suck, but when I do it naturally, it's yeah. Sometimes, yeah, you don't even try. When a joke, you know, when somebody, sometimes it's spontaneous. Comedy just comes out of nowhere. I've noticed that also. Yeah, me too. Frick and flock don't hit the same fuck. Whodana? Do you play Roblox? No, I don't. I hear a lot of kids. There was a lawsuit involving Roblox. It's Roblox. Saying if your kid was I forget how they worded it. Was propositioned or something like that. I guess adults go onto Roblox. and try to pick up on kids. Robux. A lot of kids are saying, I got kicked out of Roblox. Wow, that fan is up pretty high right now. We cut off your Johnson is from a famous movie. You 100% know. Hint 3, the dude abides. Yes, the dude abides. That's Lebowski. I'm the dude. That's what you call me. See, I just need jogging. My memory needs to jog. See, we're on the same page. I'm feeling lightheaded all of a sudden. Why do I feel lightheaded? Maybe there's a leak somewhere. Dude, Scrooge. No one knows this. Yes! The dude. I'm the dude. That's what you call me. The dude abides. John Goodman was in that movie. He's been in a lot of movies. Yeah. You can take a break if you need. Yes. An intermission. Remember that? Sometimes movies would have an intermission. You could go get popcorn, take a piss, get yourself a beer. They used to serve beer at theaters. They don't do that anymore. What's the worst could happen? If you're drinking a beer while you're watching a movie, nobody knows except the legendary Eddie. Legendary. We need to climb the mountains of Olympus to get to this fun house. We do, to the top of Olympus. I've heard the gods have to stay there. I guess Greek. The Olympians were thwarted by Ares. Ares told Zeus and everybody else to stay on Olympus. That's an interesting subject. How mythology plays into our beliefs. Yeah, they're just chilling. Zeus with his lightning bolts. Lightning bolts. They say Athena also has access to the lightning bolts. I was really into Greek mythology. I'm getting sleepy as hell, whelp. Was fun talking to you every once in a while. Yes. I think it's time for me to eat. Maybe that's why I'm lightheaded. I need to go eat. Have a hamburger and some potato chips. The American heart attack diet. Good night, Eddie. Keep doing what you're doing, always baking people's. Yes, that's what I do. I just make days. I am the day maker. That's what they could do. I need to find out how do you say that in Latin? The day maker. Instead of a haymaker. Good night, Max. Scrooge McDuck. Good night. I like that. GN. Good night. I will not go quietly into that good night. I will rage against the dying of the light. Well, thank you all for joining me, my crowd of two. Bonsoir. Dos vidanya, as they say in Russian. I've been corrected on that. I was saying das vidanya. It's dos vidanya. Uno dos vidanya. All right, everybody. Maybe we'll do this again. Until then, keep your pimp hands strong. Yeah, what they say, three is a crowd. 3 is a cloud or an adult movie. All right, everybody. Guten Tag. Guten Nacht. Dobre wieczór. I hit the button. There we go.